What is going on, football fans? It's your boy Lolo. I'm back with Mark. We're on the Stoop. Mark, I'm so excited. It's Thursday. There's football on the horizon.
On Saturday. I'm so excited.
I see it. 7:30 in the morning. I don't care who's playing. I don't care. Last night I
might care at 7:30
I watched Costa Rica play last night. They were playing the U.S., but I watched Costa Rica play. So yes, I'm desperate for any football. But good to have you back on the Stoop. Before we get started, if you're here, please hit that like button while you're here. Hit the subscribe button, the join button, all those fun buttons, and get yourself ready for the Premier League Weekend Watchlist.
Premier League Weekend Watchlist.
All right, you guys know how it goes when we do the Premier League Weekend Watchlist. Here are the rules. Every week, me, Mark, Najee, and the audience all pick one match that we feel is the most important, meaningful, historical, what else? Entertaining.
Something that's just worth watching.
Something that, because there's 10 matches every week.
There is.
You watch your club.
I try.
But then there should be some other matches that actually mean more.
You get to watch your club play because you're the only club playing, or there's this one match that day.
I actually work that day.
Oh,
I work Monday,
I'll watch it for you.
Yeah, I'll be watching it from my. I put it up next to my monitor on my camera, so I'm shooting like that, but I have my phone hanging right there.
And they're like, why is this jumping up and down?
Focus. I'm like, I know, right? They need to focus. And they're like, no, you focus. Oh, no, shit. Sorry. But good to see Bob Retrovolt there. I'm so excited. My wife says the same thing when I sling in bed at night. Adriano, well,
okay.
Well, good for you. Good for you, keeping it fresh. All right, so I believe we have Najee here. We were having some technical difficulties. Let's see if we can hear the lad.
There he is.
Hey, guys.
We can hear you.
It's Mr. 55%.
It's the old turn it off and turn it back on again. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Can we do
I
that?
Swear I'm not saying that.
Can we do that with 2021?
Do we need to start this one over? Let's keep moving forward.
Yeah,
please.
let's just get through this.
Oh my God, let's get to 2030. Everything will be good then. Play this back in 10 years, 9 years.
You're right.
What's going on, Ben Ireland? Good to see you there. Najee, are you excited? You excited about football?
Finally, that's too long. 2 weeks, without football, that's crazy.
That is absolutely nuts. Yo, Mo Master, good to see you. Good to see you, that little La Liga kid, Serginho Dest, playing very well for the U.S. last night, man. He looks good. He looks very good. And a tiny note just on Barcelona as well. Did you see they put $1 billion buyout clause on Pedri?
Yeah.
It was Pedri, right?
It is.
£1 billion, €1 billion buyout clause.
That's 3 Newcastles, by the way.
That's a third of Newcastle. Oh wait, what? I don't know. That's a lot of money. Either way, so fellas, let's get into it because I know this show always runs long because we got a lot to talk about. And to be honest, I was looking at the schedule today and
a lot of good matches.
There's a lot of good matches.
I had trouble picking.
Even I was marking them off like no, definitely no, definitely no, definitely no. And one that I said definitely no to was Norwich Brighton. And I was like, this is going to be a good match, though, Norwich Brighton. Like, Brighton has to win that.
They should.
But Norwich is, got to be thinking, this is when they can possibly. Anyway, we're not talking about that.
Norwich is terrible.
We're not
Sorry,
talking
Norwich.
About that.
You're terrible. We love you.
What's going on
and
to
your
everybody?
And you're terrible.
So don't forget, while we're in the comment section, you guys let us know who you think the should be on the Premier League Weekend Watch List and the predicted scores of these. So, Director John, I forgot which order I put them in, but why don't we go ahead and start? Mark, you're first, pal.
Wow. Well,
cut to your close-up.
I cut to my close-up. I pondered a little bit on this because there were so many good matches, but I gotta go with those bees.
You always go with the bees.
Are buzz. I can't pick my own club.
You are a Brentford fan.
I'm picking them Brentford bees playing Chealsea. This is the
Director John
I
Killen.
even get to sleep in a little bit if I choose before this one comes on. But I'm picking this one because them pesky bees just won't go away. They drew with Liverpool in a game they shouldn't have won, but they stuck in it and drew that game. Then they played West Ham, and they beat West Ham in the very, very last second. And what does this tell me? That Brentford is gaining confidence. This is what those 2 wins show me. Brentford
draw and a win, but
a draw and a win.
Point.
Look, but
it's a win against Liverpool.
Look at who they played. Now they played some big dogs. Now they're going to play the top dog. Now I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Probably they're going to go in with a lot of confidence. And there's one thing, and it's a pretty big thing. I don't know if anybody's noticed that there is something that Chealsea and Brentford have in common. Najee, since you're the Chealsea fan, could you tell me what they have? What's the one thing right now they have in common?
I think they both beat Arsenal.
Well, that's 2 great things that they had in common.
And they're both going to be relegated.
Both teams have only lost once this season.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey, you're doing the stats. Today, I guess.
I'm doing the stats. That's a stat.
You are. And just so everybody knows, I just put out in Backstage magazine. I'm on the lookout for a co-host who actually doesn't know anything about football.
I've just been fired from the show.
Not until I find a replacement.
Well,
no, you're going to be a special.
Guys.
You're going to be a special guest now. You're going to have your own box now.
I don't want my own box. I want my spot on the Stoop. You son of a bitch.
The butt imprint is there, man.
This is the.
You wonder why I switch steps every week? Is because otherwise there would be an ass imprint from both of us on those. Anyway, Nazi, what are you looking for as a Chelsea fan? Are you looking forward to this Brentford match?
I'm so looking forward to this. This is a very dangerous game for Chelsea. Well, look at the promising start to Brentford. Like Mark said, they were able to score 3 against Liverpool, through the game, and then beat West Ham. So they sit in 7th place. That is amazing for Brentford so far. And they're playing in front of their fans. So, it's going to be a big game for Chelsea after the international break. Let's see if the players are ready or not. Let's see if Tuchel have them ready. Werner scored a lot of goals in the international break. Lukaku scored. Kante's back. We needed those 3 points against Southampton before the break. So, I'm not sure how it's going to go, but it's a very important game for Chelsea. They are under pressure for that game.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lukaku's fine, right? Because I know on fantasy, he's got a little yellow tag on him.
Lukaku's fine.
He's fine, right?
And he's going to definitely start.
Yeah. Now, it's your back line that has been concerning for me. The only reason it's concerning for me is because I finally broke down and bought Alonso like you told me to. And he is benched for the first time in this. He played every single minute.
I actually took our advice on the show when I started fantasy, and I picked up Alonso, and I was actually quite excited because not only is he a fabulous defender, but he can score.
He scores free kicks.
That's a guy that I figure I was like, you know what, you want him. So I took him, and now I've benched him. I'm not getting rid of him, but.
Chelsea were going through rough period, I want to say, and they had to change something against Southampton, and they did. 5 players, came in. Ben Chilwell was one of them, and I think he scored against England as well. So I think he might keep his place on the left wing back for Chelsea for that game.
That's so stupid. But you have to start Alonso, and you have to start Alonso. Just have your first bench player needs to be very good and a sure starter, because if Alonso doesn't play, that guy's going to go in for him.
So that's a whole different show.
Yeah.
I just want to point that, guys, Chelsea have the best defense in the Premier League this season. We only conceded 3 goals. and we have the second best attack with 15 goals in 7 games.
Listen, you had the best. No, you didn't have the best until Liverpool saw Brentford. Brentford had given up less goals than you guys.
Yeah,
and
goals.
And they gave up 3 to Brentford. So all I'm saying is exactly what Mark is saying. Look out for them bees.
They play good defense.
I think
they've got offensive weapons.
Wu-Tang Clan is looking to sponsor them.
They're well coached. The only thing I don't like is just the amount.
Is that a van full of dogs?
Yes, it is. A van full of dogs just pulled up.
It's the dog
during
walker, yes.
During the Brentford match, you would think it'd be a van full of bees, but that would just be awful.
Wu-Tang Killer Bees. We own a
the only thing I don't like about Brentford is the extraordinary amount of time they waste doing everything.
He's still butthurt about the Wolves match.
This is what I see, and I watch Brentford.
But listen, that to me is smart playing. They know they cannot go head to head with most any team in the league, especially not a Liverpool or even a team like Wolves, who will go out flying, who will start flying. So control. It's man management and ball management, time management.
There's a lot of time wasting.
Management.
Yeah, but it comes to a
so
point
listen,
where
guys,
it's
let's
not good sports.
Let's get to our predictions. Because I saw Mo Master actually has an interesting point. After international break, I go 2-1 Brentford. This is something you can't, it sounds like a trivial thing, the international break, but it's not. It almost resets because how many of Brentford's players were away?
None.
Oh, yeah. Good question.
None, I think. And if they were probably under 21s, things like that.
Yeah.
How many of Chelsea's players were away? A fuck ton. And most of them start.
Yeah.
So listen,
that's a good point.
And you're playing, you're back in that tiny little stadium that's in the middle of a fucking neighborhood that's full of Brentford fans. Like, yes, it's a London derby technically as well. But I would not be surprised if we saw a draw here, something similar to the Liverpool match where wow.
What happened to that bee? It's dripping.
Like the first ever GIF. That was the first ever GIF
ever made.
It was awesome. Look at me, I'm Brentford. That's all Brentford can afford. That is the official Brentford GIF.
Exactly.
Next year it'll be fancy.
Right.
But I wouldn't be surprised if you saw something along the lines of the Liverpool match where Liverpool still should have won that match. Mo Salah relaxed on at least 2 shots that against City, if he had, those go in.
No, for sure.
So I see Timo Werner possibly missing an easy chance and it coming back to bite you guys, and you guys with like a 1-1.
Yeah,
2-2.
I mean, Liverpool were sloppy defensively again in that game. I mean, Van Dijk couldn't even jump like a foot to.
But that's the trap that Brentford bring people into, this false confidence.
Yeah, but that I think also I think Alexander-Arnold not being in that match may have had a lot, because I don't think he played.
Tsimikas has been fantastic for them, though. He's not, and Trent's defending is his worst attribute. But just you can't sleep on Mbomo and Ivan Toney. Yeah. They're doing some fantastic things, as well as Norgard in there, and they're defenders who like to get up and play as well. To me, Brentford have a lot of what Leeds have last season, which is they're not afraid to give up a goal. Like
they're not under pressure.
They'd rather press forward, and if you get them on the break, that's fine, but they're not going to stop that. So, I don't know. I guess I go with my guess. I've called against the Bees all season, so why not 2-1 Brentford? Why not?
Yeah, I can't see Chelsea conceding 2 goals against Brentford. I can't.
I couldn't see Liverpool either.
Yeah, no, I could see it against Liverpool. They have, they play 4 at the back, and Matip is not a world-class defender. Give me Rudiger, Christensen, Aspilicueta. I'll take them all day. And Mendy in goal. So I don't see them. They will score. They will score, and Chelsea
Really?
will beat them 2-1.
All right, 2-1, 2-1. We both said the same exact thing. Except you called Chelsea. You said 1-2. Call it 1-2 then.
I'm not gonna book it though, because I booked it against Southampton. I'm not booking that one, but I'm going with Chelsea.
Okay. He did actually.
I'm gonna go with a draw.
Yay!
Like someone
The
drew.
second gift.
Like someone drew that.
That's a hand drawn.
That's not a bee. It's a wasp or a hornet or something. I don't know.
Those are scary though.
But I'm gonna go with a draw. I'm going 1-1. And I think Chelsea scores first, but Brentford just hangs in there and ties it up in like the 85th minute or something like that. That's what I see happening because, the Bees play great defense, and the Blue Lions, Dragon. I don't even know what is Chelsea besides blue. I have no idea. I can't even read that.
The Blues.
The Blues.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be singing a little bit of the Blues after this one. 1-1.
1-1. I'll drop the points. All right, guys. Get those what are they called? Predictions in now. I think the only one I saw was Bob Retrovolt saying Bees 0, Chelsea 2.
And I like the idea of this like German versus German managerial match.
Yeah. All right, and somebody said Timo Werner scored two for Germany, so he's done.
That's it.
He's out of goals.
He's out of goals for the whole season.
All done.
3 for Germany, not 2. 3 for Germany.
3? Oh, then he owes you one. So an own
Back-to-back
goal is
games.
coming.
Back-to-back games. Yep.
All right, Mr. Director, show us who's next on the list here. Naji. Okay. We put it in the random.
We're just all so surprised.
We put it on the weekend watch list generator, and you came up next. All right, Naji, tell us who your choice is.
This is a fantastic game. It's going to be Leicester City versus Man United. All eyes will be on the King Power Stadium to see how Leicester City and Man United, who's going to be winning this game? What's going to be the result of that game? Leicester City have not won in the last 4 games. As you guys know, they haven't met the expectations of the previous few seasons under Brendan Rodgers. At the same time, this is one of the most important games for United. Guys, they play Leicester City, they play Atalanta, then they play Liverpool. They go back to Atalanta, Spurs, Man City. So the stretch of games that United have is so tough. Like, I don't know how they get out of it, to be honest with you. They can't afford to drop points right now.
I agree.
Yeah, man.
But I got it, as far as this one for me, a few weeks ago, somebody posted something. Couple of few weeks ago, somebody posted that the bloom is off the rose bush for Leicester City, for the Foxes. And I didn't buy it. I didn't believe it. But after their last loss, which was against a team that they should have beaten, and I don't remember who it was, but they should have beaten them, and they didn't. I think Vardy had that was the game before that. But anyway, after the last Leicester match, I began to maybe that's a little on the correct side. This is definitely it's a match that the Foxes need to win, but I think it's also a match that Ollie needs to win. It's kind of like both teams are in this kind of tough spot right now. I think for positioning on the table for Leicester, and for how loud do those chants for Ollie's job have to get before something's done? Because 1 minute he's doing something brilliant, and next minute he's kind of fucking up, like not starting Cristiano Ronaldo.
Guys,
listen.
One thing,
Naji.
for everybody waiting for my rant, I'm gonna save it for next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm not
Bring it
going
to
off
happy
today.
hour.
I'm not going off today. No.
See, look at Mr. Tom says, I'd like to hear Najee's opinion on Ollie. Listen, fellas, something you cannot rule out right now is the status of Varane and Maguire.
Out.
Boom. Both of them
and
out.
Cavani. And Cavani.
Cavani, who doesn't fucking
Cavani
play.
doesn't really, he doesn't really
Cavani
play.
is the savior.
I know, and they're fucking that up as well.
Yeah, he's not going to be back on time from South America, you know?
Yeah. So here's the thing. I said it on the Only Football Fans podcast to a Man United fan. I told him this match is going to be 3-0 Leicester City.
Wow.
Manchester United have been leaking goals with a fantastic pair of center backs in Varane and Harry Maguire. As much as I don't like either of those people, they are both very good center backs, and they could end up being an incredible duo. But right now, goals are still leaking in, and I'm not sure how that keeps happening. But Vardy is in form. Talk about Vardy being like, nobody's talking about him in fantasy. Everybody's like, oh, you need Lukaku and CR7 and Salah. And I'm like, how is nobody talking about Jamie Vardy? He just keeps scoring. He is that is all that dude. Jamie Vardy knows how to do three things: score goals, smoke cigarettes, and drink Red Bull. That is it. And I'm all out of Red Bull. He's gonna go. The only thing that's pissing Jamie Vardy off right now is that Townsend did the the CR7 celebration before he could do it to his face.
Right.
Because Vardy, I don't know if Vardy's gonna have a hat trick, but he's gonna get two.
He's gonna
gonna get two for sure.
He's gonna run behind Lindelof and Bailly all day. They're gonna be, where is he? He's gonna be running behind them all day long.
Yeah. Now Leicester City, the only concern I have in my prediction is the nil. Can they keep a clean sheet? They have not kept. They've let in two goals the past 3 weeks.
They score,
and they
give up as much as they score.
That was to Crystal Palace, to Burnley, and to Brighton.
They're struggling.
2 goals each.
Well,
do I think they can keep Cristiano Ronaldo and Pogba and Bruno Fernandes out of the goal? Probably not. So maybe it's more of a 3-2 situation, but I know for a fact that Leicester's going to score 3 and they're going to win.
You can book that one. I got Lingard scoring for Man United because this guy keeps scoring against Leicester City. That's what he does. So I have him start
in the last 10 minutes that he gets to play.
I think he's gonna start this game. I think he's gonna start this game. I think Leicester City is gonna score 2 goals. I'm gonna go with Leicester City 2-1, and they're gonna concede because indeed he's not gonna be playing, and we know Evans and Fofana are injured. But I'm gonna go with a Leicester City win there.
Yeah, and you sticking with them Dirty Devils?
I hate to say it, but Man U's going to play pissed, and Leicester's going to try and play pissed. But I think in this particular case, United, despite their lapses in their defense in the back without Maguire and without Varane, I still think they will hold up. I still think, I just don't see Leicester doing it. I'm losing faith in that team. 3-1 Man United.
3-1 Man United.
Oh,
wow.
3-1.
I think bottom line, this is going to be a
Leicester
match.
gives up way too many goals. They've given up 12 goals in 7 games. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
You're not going to win games with that kind of a defense.
I think this is going to be the battle of
you win out and got Vestergaard, and you're giving up all this shit.
Vestergaard has actually been responsible for a number of those,
I know,
which is surprising. But
this
is going to be a match between 2 teams that should be a lot better than they are.
Yeah.
Man United should be better than Leicester, and Man United should win this match. But as we know, look at the struggle for Leicester in these past 3 matches. It was Crystal Palace, Burnley, and Brighton. Those are 3 of a similar type of team. they do tend to play up towards their opponents. So Leicester playing against Man United, they're gonna wanna go at them, and Leicester are going to believe this is a match that they have. But
I just don't see it.
But good. I think those are all good suggestions. So what do you guys think? Who's going to win this match? Leicester City, Manchester United. I say 3-0 Leicester City. Najee says
2-1.
2-1
for
Leicester City. And Mark says
3-1. Scum.
3-1 scum buckets.
Wow.
I'm telling you, Mark getting the Ancelotti job soon.
I usually agree with Mark, but today,
What's up, BX? Good to see you. Also good to see you in the house, Gary. Don't waste the tweet is here.
Yo.
Steven Turner, good to see you, brother. 3-1 Leicester. See? Right there with me. Late to the party. 2-2 draw. Penalty fest.
Penalty fest. That'd be awesome.
That could definitely be
then
that.
like Bruno and Ronaldo can fight.
You fight over it, yeah.
Battle to the death over who's taking penalties.
Next time, I guarantee Bruno takes the penalty.
No,
but
Bruno will never take another penalty again.
But he has to pass it sideways to Ronaldo.
No, he will never take a penalty again.
Okay, guys, moving on. Director John, put all of our names in the Weekend Watchlist roulette. Roll it up and let's see whose turn is it. Oh, it's the audience choice.
Well, audience, what are you picking?
Okay, audience, what match do you guys think? We're going to take the top votes in the next 30 seconds. So type in right now, which match should we cover for the audience choice? Let's go. No, we can't do that.
Yeah,
we can't do that. We'll get sent off.
We get sent off.
Doobie dabba doo do, doobie dabba doo, doobie dabba scooby dooby doo, scooby dooby dooby. So we've got one vote for Leeds, and it's going. Director John has timed it out.
Someone picked out Arsenal.
Oh wow, we actually got 2 votes for Arsenal, but we got 3 for Leeds and 1 for Southampton. 2 for Southampton.
That's
Southampton Leeds, guys.
Southampton Leeds. Wow.
All right. The Bielsa Barmy Army. All right. So it looks like we're talking Southampton versus Leeds. Guys, I got to talk about 2 things. The missing boys. It's going to be the 2 free kick takers.
Is
the free kick takers for both clubs.
Are Leeds going to have enough players to field?
They got a ton of people, man. We're missing James Ward-Prowse and the mighty Rafinha, who I believe is playing like Friday morning.
Yeah, he's
Friday morning in Brazil.
He's not making it back in time.
If I can't work for MTV without quarantining for 24 hours, you can't play in you can't take an international flight.
It would just be wrecked because that flight would be what? 18
we have 1
hours?
vote for Green Bay Packers.
Well, Mr. Tom, get out of here.
Get out of here. Go to Angry Wades if you want to do that. Darren Wong says Rafinha can play. I don't think so.
I'm sure he could play. He won't play. He won't. There's no way.
Leeds United are more hurt losing Rafinha than Southampton losing Ward-Prowse. Let's get that straight away, out of the way.
Yeah. So listen, with or without Rafinha, if he's playing, he's going to be fucking tired, but he's still the best player on Leeds United besides Illan Meslier and Calvin Phillips. But current form, Meslier, I believe, is your most informed player, which sucks when your keeper is the most informed. But honestly, I keep singing his praises because he keeps Leeds United in a lot of these matches.
No, absolutely. Despite the spill that happened in the last match, but
he had already saved 12.
No, he's been
his
incredible.
Hands were tired.
He's incredible. He's been incredible for you guys. He is the bright spot that you need. He keeps the goals out of the net. He keeps you, and more importantly, he keeps you in games.
Yeah,
but Southampton's they're tough. They're proving to be a tough loss or a tough beat.
Match.
match.
This is a
You
big
know?
game for
What am I
win.
trying to say?
Tough win, I think.
They're a tough team to play.
Oh, there you go.
You know, they've drawn every single game except for the first one.
They drew against Man City, and they drew against Liverpool. No, against Man United, right? Man United.
They have yet to win, but they have drawn in 6 of 7.
And without the sending off, I don't think Chelsea would have beat them. To be
that
honest,
had draw written all over it. That had the Chelsea Southampton had draw written all over it.
Yeah, and this is a very big game for both
You
teams.
guys beat 'em.
They're both in the danger zone. We shouldn't forget that. They're both in the danger zone. Southampton haven't won yet. Leeds United finally won the last game against Watford. Who wouldn't? And they just fired their coach. And, Leeds United haven't scored 2 goals in a game since August 24th. Since August 24th, they haven't scored 2 goals. The last time they did was against Everton. So,
Who, Leeds United?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, talking about, Leeds United is going to win 4-3, 3-2. These days are over.
Wow. All right. What does your son think about that, Najee?
What do you think of your son? Is he still your son?
Did Lil Najee try on the gift? And just so everybody knows, I did Danger Zone.
I don't know. I think it's a little. I think it's a little too early to put either of these teams in the Kenny Loggins Memorial relegation area.
Yeah. Playing with the boys. No, different one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
I have no idea.
Only Norwich and Newcastle has a worse defensive record than Leeds United this season.
Yeah. Well, listen to this, guys. The teams that Southampton has drawn against, all right, this list, I believe they should have drawn against Chelsea, the red card, and then it all fucking opened up from there. But they drew against Man City, West Ham, Newcastle, and Man United.
Man United, yeah, okay.
They're a tough beat.
So,
three of those are huge teams right now, currently. Very much better teams than Southampton. Who did they lose to? Chelsea after the red card and Wolves. And let me ask you, Najee, are Leeds United more similar to Wolves or to Man City, West Ham, Manchester United? And I would say they're more similar to Wolves in the way that they play and talent-wise. So I think what happens is Southampton goes up against teams like City, United, West Ham. The other club has a bit of arrogance, and Southampton just locks shit down. They give up a goal, they go and get one, and then they come right back. Against Wolves, they went for it, and they just lost. And so I see that being a similar case for this one. So as much as I think a draw is probably what's going to happen, I'm going with a Leeds United win. I think I called a 0-0 draw on another show we did.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and give it to Leeds United. And just because Najee said it's been since August since they scored 2, they're going to get 2. Thank you very much. 2-0, another clean sheet for Leeds United.
I'd like to say it's going to be an easy win for Leeds, but right now nothing has been easy for Leeds, and it's just they're really hurt. And then to top it off, to have players that are going to be playing internationally that aren't going to be able to make it back, Rafinha in particular. I'm just wondering where these goals are going to come from, because they're not coming from Rodrigo, and they're not coming from what's his name? That's where we are right now.
Yeah, but you have Dan James.
They're not coming from Tyler Roberts.
You have Dan James, Jack Harrison. Listen, Stuart Dallas hasn't scored.
Yeah, but he might be hurt.
Is he?
That's what I read.
I don't know, but who's going to score for Southampton? Adams is out as well.
Shane
Long
and Armstrong is out too.
Djenepo is a really good player. Don't forget about your boy Walcott.
Yeah, Walcott, sure.
See, if I forgot about Walcott,
I definitely forgot about Walcott.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Nathan Redmond is going to score.
I don't see anybody scoring in this one. It's going to be a 0-0 draw. It's just not happening.
Wow. 0-0.
I guess I'm the only one that didn't give you my prediction.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Waiting.
So it's going to end 2-1 for Southampton. I'm sorry. I don't see Leeds United drawing or winning this game.
It's going to be Melier.
Mr. Tom as well. The goals will come from shut your dirty mouth. So what did you say?
I don't know where they're coming from.
You said Southampton will win?
2-1.
2-1.
2-1?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right, Saturday, 10 a.m. It's going to be busy.
Yeah.
It's going to be a busy 10 a.m.
Yeah, I probably... man.
And we will have to set up a television in the park for my daughter's birthday. So if
Guys,
you're around, come to my daughter's birthday party.
Bamford might not be playing in this game. I don't think
he is playing.
Yeah.
I don't think he is playing. So listen, this is a chance, I feel, for Leeds United. Look, if Rafinha's not ready, if he's tired, if he's whatever, this is the time, I think, give Somerville a start. Give Somerville a start. Shackleton behind him.
I would love to see that.
Look, get Gellard in there. Switch it up. Take this as a chance. Like, fuck it, let's go for it. We got no Bamford.
Early in the season.
You don't have to go to Tyler Roberts. Put Rodrigo up front, Somerville right there, Dan James in the middle, and Jack Harrison out on the left. Why not, man? Fuck it, go for it.
And can we get the USC marching band at halftime? Things that are not going to happen. So
let's see. Everybody got their picks in a little bit earlier. Let's see. We have 0-3, 1-2 from Ben. Leeds. We have 0-3 from Stephen Turner. Mo Master says 0-2. Jean Dion. Good to see you, Jean Dion. It's been a while. 0-2. Everybody going with Leeds United.
It's good to have hope. That's really all you have right now.
Okay, guys. So I guess let's see. Anybody else there? Oh, what's going on, Irene? Weird Leeds. Hi, James, Lolo, Mark, everyone. Yorkshire. There you go. Neil Garner, New York comps to play in the Premier League. Pele to score most goals. All right. Not sure about that. Leeds 2021 says 2-0 Leeds. The New York Cosmos to play in the Premier League. Yeah. There, that makes a lot more sense. Okay, guys, so we're getting to the last match of our Premier League Weekend Watchlist, and if we throw the names in the Premier League Weekend Watchlist generator, it's coming up Lolo.
He tells himself that every morning. He looks in the mirror and he says, "It's coming up, Lolo."
Things are coming up, George. I've been watching a lot of Seinfeld. It's funny. Everywhere I walk now, I'm like, Seinfeld. This happened on Seinfeld. This happened on Seinfeld. It's really a great show. Okay, fellas. I've not, sometimes we do share our knowledge of who we're going to pick on this show. Let's take a peek behind the curtain and look at our WhatsApp text chains. But you guys will see today that I did not tell Najee and I did not tell Mark who I was going to pick. Yeah. So I want to know from you guys, who do you all think my choice is going to be? I already said it's not going to be Norwich Brighton.
Well,
and it can't be Arsenal Palace.
Your birthday is over, so I don't.
Exactly. So he's not picking Arsenal.
Yep.
Liverpool Watford is not interesting. I'm going to narrow it down. I'll narrow it down to one of two.
I need to kind of sit here. The sun is kicking me.
Either he's going to pick Everton West Ham, or he picks Aston Villa Wolves, or as I like to refer to them as Aston Villa.
Wow. So let's see. Ben says Liverpool. Mo Master says Newcastle. Spurs. Steven says Villa. Naji would make a good soup Nazi. Yeah, you kind of would if you just had the mustache and the little white
Give you one of
thing.
these.
Yeah, bandana thing. No soup for you. Okay, Naji, who do you think I'm going with?
I think Villa Wolves there.
You think Villa Wolves?
Yeah, just because Mark is there, he's on the
Let's
stoop.
Let's do it this way.
There we go.
There we go.
Look at that.
A little bit better.
Oh, cozy.
I was like burning up that sun. So I would say one person got it right. One person got it right, and that was actually Mo Master who got it right. I am going with Newcastle Spurs, believe it or not.
Oh my goodness.
All of those were good shouts.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
But fellas,
I'm not
look,
watching that hot, wet garbage.
look at this. Sunday at 11:30. What else is on? And you forget, if this was a few weeks ago, Newcastle Spurs, why the hell would I watch that? But we're not watching Newcastle, are we? We're watching
The Sandcastles.
the Sandcastle. Just want you guys to take a little appreciation of the logo that
Again,
we made.
the new kits are going to be long robes.
Did you see I changed the flag to the Saudi flag? I put camels instead of the horses.
I did. I was like, "What is that?" Because I can't quite make it out. But that's pretty brilliant.
Oh my God!
Sandcastle United.
The worst decision for Newcastle right now is to fire Steve Bruce. That's the worst decision they could ever do right now.
Yeah. Yep. So
I think what it is that they don't want to pay. They don't want to pay Steve Bruce the buyout. They just want him to just like, I don't know what it is, because it's like £8 million if they fire him.
Which is a cup of soup.
Is like it's like a phone call for these people,
Yeah, they don't care. But it would be the worst decision, because whoever you're gonna bring in, what he's gonna like with the players you have right now, what's gonna happen? Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay,
so can I talk about my game, or are you guys gonna talk this whole time?
You're the one making funny. You're the one making funny graphics that we're commenting on.
Jesus, I'm like burning up over here. Okay, so let me just explain to you guys a little bit about why I want to look at Sandcastle versus Tottenham. First and foremost, I love watching Tottenham be Spursy. I love it. I love it. And this is a perfect match for them to be as Spursy as they want to be. And I think that I've said it all season so far, all 7 games, all 7 matches, that Newcastle are okay. They have a lot of talent on their team, and they play in a fun way. St. Maximin is super exciting. Callum Wilson can score goals. Almiron is a little shit starter, spark plug in the middle. Jonjo Shelvey is always a pain in the ass, but a good leader on their team. They got the long staffs. It's not like they have crap. They have something. And now, what does each and every one of these players have? They are fighting to play for Newcastle next season. They are fighting to play for Newcastle in January. So you don't think they're coming out and going, shit, we saw Arteta save his job by beating the shit out of Tottenham. Maybe Brucey can save his job by beating the shit out of Tottenham. Maybe Almiron stays on the team by putting in a good performance. St. Maximin could shit himself on the pitch and still be picked up next season because he's fucking fantastic.
He's Traore but can score.
He's Traore with a little Mikel Antonio peppered in
really
there.
What it's all about.
He's fantastic with a little Axl Rose with his bandana thing that he wears. He's fantastic to watch. But look, Tottenham are kind of the most shambolic of the top teams right now. It was Arsenal, and now it's definitely Tottenham. They're in a little bit of a no man's land. Where they're losing the little bit of identity that they had. And I think this is a perfect game for Newcastle to come in and shock them. It's at Newcastle. It's It's Steve Bruce playing for his job. It's his 1,000th game, right?
It would be his 1,000th win, I believe.
I think 1,000th game is what everybody said.
It would be
1,000th win?
No, I'm sorry.
Like,
yes.
He's best manager of all time. They started in the toddlers league or what? But I mean, doesn't this all sound, all the media hype, all this, we can't wait to buy a new manager. We can't wait to buy fucking Messi and you're telling all these players, we can't wait to scrap you. You don't think they're going to be out there playing their asses off to be like, fuck you?
No, I completely agree with everything you're saying there.
All right.
But Newcastle's defense is awful. Absolutely awful. They give up like roughly 2 goals a game. I just don't see it. I don't see Steve Bruce, despite the contractual issues. I don't think Steve Bruce makes it to Sunday. Harry Kane does not want to play for Tottenham. This is just like, I just don't understand why I would watch this game, but I will.
Because you're not an Arsenal fan. Because Arsenal fans will watch any chance there is for Tottenham to get the crap beat out of them. And I'll watch, and if it starts the other way, if it's going the other way, I'll move on. It's Sunday, 11:30,
Yeah, and
I'll go to the park.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know this one. This one is just this, yeah.
I'm just going to say that it's who's playing and who's not playing in that game. Because don't forget, Lo Celso and Romero and Sanchez are not going to be available for Tottenham,
Nope.
And at the same time, Almiron might not be available for Newcastle.
No, they put up from what I heard, they gave him his own caravan. They put a caravan in his own quarantine trailer that he's flying back from wherever they're playing, like Paraguay. I don't know where they're playing. I don't know if they're playing there or somewhere else, but he's flying back and going straight into the caravan.
Okay.
So he can quarantine for the longest amount of time. It's
So
crazy.
That's even
Showed you how much Leeds loves Rafinha. They didn't give him a fucking Periwinkle Blue.
So that's even more bad news for Spurs.
Hold on. You mentioned Almiron. Can we go up to Scott Newby's comment? Because I thought that was hilarious. Scott, I can't figure Scott out. Sometimes he's super serious comments, and then he puts a comment like Almiron's eyes are too far apart. Can't trust him.
Okay, fine then.
I don't get it.
Spurs, like you said, have no identity. They're struggling so bad. Newcastle have nothing to lose, to be honest with you, Lolo. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
They're gonna probably fight for Steve Bruce to stay.
And Spurs have everything to lose.
Exactly, and I think they will put it off. I think they will put it off. I'm going for 2-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, I see 2-1. I think there he is. There's Najee, the Soup Najee.
A Soup Najee. That's a good one.
Najee, if you didn't have a Halloween costume, you do now. Just shave this part.
And you go as the Soup Najee.
And
that's
see, it's
fantastic.
a scruffy one, so it'll come back in no time.
That is fantastic.
I'm in agreement with you. 2-1. 2-1. Newcastle. I think Harry Kane gets a goal. I think he finally does.
He should.
He
fucking better. Because, like I said, he acts like he doesn't want to be there. He's there physically, but mentally, he's playing golf with Gareth Bale. I see this being probably over early, as the earth will open up and the entire stadium will just be swallowed the minute the first whistle is blown. No, I see a team that is just been sold. I see a team that's about ready to fire their manager, and I see a team not beating Spurs on Sunday. 3-0 Newcastle. Oh, I'm sorry.
3-0. No, you said it. It's over. End of show. Love you guys. Peace from Brooklyn.
3-0. I was watching this mosquito fly
I can't
around
wait
my face.
till Newcastle wins 3-0.
Spurs 3-0. And if Sandcastles win 3-0, I'll shave my head.
Shave what?
What you want?
What off your head?
You want Bruce to get fired at halftime or what?
No, he won't be fired at halftime, but it's very obvious they don't want him there.
They don't.
Just, I mean, the minute that team sold, they were like they're on the phone. You know, the problem is that I guess the guy that is, and I don't know his name, the guy that is interested in being a manager for Newcastle is someone that San Maximan has played for before, and they don't get along.
Who is that?
I don't know the name, but I've read that. That's what I've read.
They're talking about Frank Lampard, coming in.
That would be awesome. No, bring in Big Sam. Bring in Big Sam. And that's what New York thinks of Big Sam.
Yeah, it's like somebody that's
Big Sam.
That's the ambulance to go save Tottenham. You got a long drive, pal. And they're like, Tottenham's like, oh, how can we get better football here? Let's invite the Jets. What the fuck was that?
Oh, yeah.
They invited the Jets to go play.
Not to mention that they invited the Falcons to play them.
The Jets and the Falcons?
That was a real barn burner.
God. No wonder they think the NFL is stupid over in the UK, because we keep sending the Jaguars.
Yeah.
Better call a ambulance. Ay. And yeah, I think I see Zinedine Zidane coming in. To be honest, I said that on a show on Only Football Fans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, quick point to Mark. He did it. All right, guys. Well, those were our weekend watch list picks. I just want to throw out, since this is a fantastic week of football, don't forget about Monday, Arsenal versus Crystal Palace. That's that's a legend, Patrick Vieira, coming back to the Emirates, or coming to the Emirates, I suppose. Since didn't he mostly play at
played at the Emirates, did he?
Yeah, I don't think so.
He played at the library.
At the library. Highbury.
Library.
At the library.
It was so quiet.
Get out of here. So yeah, that's a great one on Monday, and then we play again on Friday. How is that fair? But what's another match? The other match, Everton West Ham. That's going to be a fantastic match.
Wolves got Aston
Villa. Wolves Villa. 2-1 Villa. Sorry.
Okay. We'll see.
2-1 Villa. Wang with another goal. Let's see. Arsenal Crystal Palace. I'm going 2-0 Arsenal. Let me just run these off for you. Everton West Ham will be 1-3 West Ham. Townsend will get another goal. What do you guys say?
I didn't thought about any of these, but
just
I
burning
could
through.
let you know that
Neither did I. I'm just spitting them out.
I could let you know right now, Arsenal is not winning that game.
Well, what I'm going to say is that Brighton gets Norwich, and that is going to push Brighton
City,
up the table.
City got Burnley, right?
Isn't that just crazy that, Brighton could be like in 4th place at the end of this weekend?
That's where they're living, man.
That is crazy.
You keep winning your matches.
You keep winning the ones you should win.
Yeah.
And you do well in this league.
Who else do we have? There was another one, wasn't there?
City Burnley, right?
City Burnley.
Burnley could be fun.
That's another one that could easily be a 1-1 match, or it could be like 8-0 City.
Exactly. Hat-trick by Grealish.
I got him on my fantasy team. I would take that.
Oh, and Liverpool Watford. This was actually the one that I was gonna go with until I decided on Sandcastle.
Until he decided it was at 7:30 our time.
I wasn't wiping my tears. I'm trying to keep my contact in my eye. It keeps falling out. But listen, last season or 2 seasons ago, when the last time Watford was in the Premier League, Liverpool was undefeated. We, as Arsenal fans, love Watford because they protected our invincibles. Because Liverpool should have gone invincible that season. They were incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then they still have nightmares of Ismail Assar, who will be back playing again, and he will get a goal.
Troy Deeney was great.
Troy Deeney, but Sarr went off on them 2 years ago, and they still got relegated. But they beat Liverpool. I think it was like 3-0.
No, it was.
I remember they scored 3 goals.
It was a spanking.
It was
bad.
A spanking. So I think this is going to be a cracker, and that's why they put it at 7:30 in the morning. They put
Alisson might not play. Fabinho might not play. You know.
Yeah,
we're not sure.
Keep an eye on these 2 players there. It's going to be a tough game for Liverpool.
Yeah. But I think the only thing that will save it is that Liverpool aren't going to be walking into this the way they walked into the last time they saw Watford, because they went in like, okay, here's a breather before we go into the tail end of the season, and they just got overwhelmed. I think they know exactly what they need to do, and Liverpool will come out with the win on this. Salah is going to be immense. But for the first 10, 20 minutes, it's going to be anxiety-filled, and I think it should be fun. It's going to be worth waking up at 7:30 in the morning for. So
I'm supporting Watford for sure. I want to stay on top. You know, that's how we're going to go.
Lolo talking about Watford beating Liverpool is like me talking about Steven Seagal. Any opportunity to do so. Absolutely. Okay, so guys, that's been it for this week's Premier League Weekend Watch List. We've had a lot of fun talking live with you guys for once. So Najee, thank you for joining us. Thank you for calling in from wherever. I like when your son popped on the comments. It was like, oh, that's where you are. He's like, my dad can't pick me up from school today. Wait, shouldn't he be at school? How is he typing? Oh,
I don't know.
It might have been your wife.
Yeah, there you go.
Mark, great seeing you again.
As
and thank
always.
you guys, everybody in the comments. Good to see you on there, Gary. Ben, Mr. Tom, Adriano, Mo Master, Scott, Bob, all y'all fellas, Leeds 2021, Jean Dion. Good to see you guys. Everybody. We love y'all. Thanks for joining us, and catch us tomorrow night for happy hour. And if you missed last week's happy hour, we keep rewatching it because it was funny as all hell. And so we'll try and make it as good as it was last week.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't fly too close to the sun.
I'm spending the rest of the day thinking about trivia. So if you guys got any trivia suggestions,
go to the discussion page.
Or go to onthestupidlolo.com and you can put in all of your trivia requests in there.
Yeah.
But special thanks goes out to Director John, MVP, man of the match. And we will see y'all tomorrow. Peace from Brooklyn, y'all.